Final Fantasy is a game that not too many people believe in. I'm going to tell you why Final Fantasy XVI is the most hyped game of 2023. And if you like RPGs, Final Fantasy XVI is a must play. Since the reveal trailer of Final Fantasy XVI, I heard things like FF16 setting is boring as but I know you watch Game of Thrones. Don't lie to me. Don't worry, I like Game of Thrones a lot. Or, I think the combat is lame. Action-based combat sucks. I hate the combat. Honestly, I can 100% understand if you hate action games. But let's be honest though, mainline Final Fantasy has not been traditional turn-based since Final Fantasy X, and that was back in 2001, which means 22 years ago was the last traditional turn-based Final Fantasy game. But before somebody in the comments go, but isn't FF13 turn-based? I don't want to get too technical in it. You could, yes, it's ATB, but you can argue it's just a different variation of turn-based combat. But let's be for real. That was 14 years ago. And if you want to be honest, Final Fantasy XVI dropped in 2016. And even Final Fantasy VII Remake is more action-based than anything nowadays. And it's not like turn-based games are going to disappear, because we are sponsored by Square Enix and Octopath Traveler 2. Seriously, if you want to play beautiful, amazing Team Asano games with wonderful HD 2D graphics, this is the game you're looking for. HD 2D games still honor amazing and beautiful turn-based gameplay with amazing stories overall. I think Octopath Traveler 2 has the best soundtrack from 2023 so far, from the amazing Yasunori Nishiki. Seriously, I suggest you try the Throne route in the game. I think it's the coolest starting point, at least for my taste. Then maybe Hikari. I'm happy Final Fantasy is moving to action RPGs, especially how well they made the combat in 7 Remake. Turn-based gameplay is not disappearing at all. And I'm not trying to tell you, hey, go play Dragon Quest or Octopath to tell a Final Fantasy fan to get into those games. That can be very jarring and they're completely different. But what I'm telling you here is that if you're really wanting Square Enix turn-based, it will always have a place in the company. But check it, Final Fantasy XVI's importance is super strong, being honest with you. And you can all cook me later for this, but this game could be the gateway for me to try Final Fantasy XIV.
Are you serious right now, bro?
I am not a fan of MMOs, but I am a fan of many iterations of Final Fantasy storytelling. Praise, the love, the strength of fans of 14 make me, for once in gaming, have FOMO. aka the fear of missing out. The game has a dream team of masterclass of all generations working on Final Fantasy XVI. We have greats such as Kazuto Mahiro, who worked on Final Fantasy Tactics, and the spectacular Kazuya Takahashi, who worked on the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy X. Bro, this game is like having prime LeBron James and Michael Jordan on the same team in the finals. Don't even get me started on the whole DMC5 comparison. If you do like action games, bro, how in the hell do you not love DMC5? The fact that the game designer said he was making Final Fantasy XVI harder DMC5 got me like,
oh, say less.
At the end of the day, even if you don't believe in all the hype or all the speculation or even what's been shown at this point, I strongly believe that this game will be the best first entry into a mainline Final Fantasy game regardless of how you feel. I heavily feel like when we get a demo, a lot of people's eyes will change, a lot of perspectives and the ways people think about Final Fantasy XVI might open up. Twitter will still be twittering and complaining out there here and there, but I'm so excited to see mainline's Final Fantasy's future. Now, from the gameplay we recently received, there's only two things I really want to criticize. And number one, it has to be the QuickTime events, aka Q2Es. They pretty much seem very PS2-like. They need to update those a little bit, make them a little faster. That's the only thing I'm like, whatever, but that's, it reminds me of Sonic Forces in the way, low-key. I know that might be wild, but it's weird in that way. Number two, the numbers on attacks and stuff like that, it might be too much. Hopefully we'll be able to turn it off or turn it down, but I'm completely with it anyway. I'm just gonna play around it to get used to it, at least by hour in. I've played games with way worse, to be honest with you. That being said, it's your boy Avataryaya. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell for all notifications. Join my Discord in the description down below to get updates so you never miss an upload from your boy. You already know what it is. And you guys are golden, and that is raw. Squalor, peace, and I'm out.
I've been the devil, I need me an arc in the heart of my breathing, I feel like Tanjiro. Walking this bitch with a sound pato, I'll let you rock it, I keep me a domino. Bitch, I'm a dip and I feel like Kazaki, stretching that pussy out like it's Pilates. I'm dashing the soul like right out of a body. Fire, I'm spitting, I feel like Dobby. White bitch, blonde hair, looking like Lucy. She from Kyoshi, I paint her face Suki.